State your full name for me and spell your first and last name for the full report.
Terra Helena Walker, Tara. Last name is Walker, Walker.
I just need you to speak up a little bit.
Okay.
Thanks. You may inquire.
Thank you, Judge. If you could just introduce yourself to the jury.
Hi, I'm Terra Walker. I'm Adrian's girlfriend.
And what city do you currently live?
Orlando.
Now, are you currently employed?
Yes. I work at Baptiste Dentistry.
Now, I want to take you back. Do you know a person named Lawrence Dority?
Yes.
How do you know that person?
He was my best friend's boyfriend.
And who is your best friend, or who was your best friend that you're referring to?
Tatiana Mesa.
Now, over the years, first of all, how long have you known Lawrence Dority?
At that time, 15 years. About
At that time, I assume. Are you talking about the time of the incident back in?
Correct. Yes.
2022.
Yeah, because now it would probably be around like 18 years.
So going back to 2022, how long had you known Lawrence Dority?
15 years.
And over the years, would you say that you maybe encountered Mr. Dority 100 times more?
Yes, more.
Would you recognize him if you were to see him today?
Yes.
Is he in the courtroom?
Yes.
Can you point him out and describe something he's wearing for the record?
He's right there and he's wearing gray.
Let the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
So noted.
Now, going back to May of 2022, did you know a person named Adrian Payne?
Yes.
How did you know Mr. Payne?
I was in a relationship with him.
How long had you been in a relationship with him?
5 years.
And did you have any children in common?
Yes.
How many?
1.
So I want to take you back to the early morning hours of after midnight on May 9th of 2022. Did you ever go to the defendant's neighborhood in the early morning hours of May 9th, 2022? Yes. When you arrived in that area, where did you go specifically?
In the middle of the street.
What vehicle were you in?
My car. I was in an Audi Q5.
And was the area you went to, was that Egret Shores Drive area?
Yes.
And is that in Orange County?
Yes.
Now, why is it that you decided to go to that area?
Tatiana had texted me and asked me to meet her at her house in 15 minutes.
Okay. And so did you agree to do that?
Yes.
And was your understanding that she had been in an argument?
Objection as to leading.
Your Honor, can we approach?
Your business site, what's she trying to do?
out into the hallway or into the jury room just for a brief minute so that I can have another issue dissolved or resolved with the parties, okay? All right, Mr. Smith, you have a few minutes. Ma'am, if you want to step down, you and Mr. Smith are going to have a conversation. That's fine. If she wants to stay there, that's fine too. And we can go ahead and bring.
Receiving the text from Tatiana Mesa, you had communication with Adrian Payne, is that right?
Correct, yes.
And did you inform him of what you were doing?
Yes.
I guess, did he decide to come to that area as well?
Correct. He said he was coming off the highway and that he would meet me there.
So what happens when you first arrive at the area of the defendant's residence?
Larry, his father, is parked in the middle of the street near the stop sign, and Adrian's car is about 7 houses down, and Lawrence and him are outside of the car having a conversation.
Okay. And so you witnessed them having a conversation. What did you do from there?
I stopped in the middle of the street. Larry was standing outside of his vehicle. I rolled down my window. I lowered my phone down because I was on the phone with Adrian. And he told me to get back, that he was going to get his gun. And I was like, you know, what?
So let me stop you. Who told you to get back? He was going to get his gun.
Larry.
Larry said he was going to.
Larry did, yes, correct.
Okay.
And I was like, what are you talking about, Larry? That's Adrian. That's Harmoni's dad. That's my boyfriend. And then he said, oh, that's a big fella. I'd never seen him before. And I was like, yeah.
And this is Larry, again, this is your understanding of Lawrence, the defendant's dad.
Correct.
So then what happened from there?
So I put the phone back to my ear. I was looking straight. I see that Adrian has his arm on top of the car. And he has one arm over the door. He's in between the crease of the door. Lawrence is standing on the side of him. And I heard him say something like, get on, Lawrence, I'm not worried about you. Lawrence backed up. Adrian closed the door. Lawrence walked to the house, and Adrian walked over to me.
Okay. So at this point, the defendant has gone back inside the house?
Yeah, so we were about 7 houses down from his house, so he walked through the back, like on the grass, maybe around his backyard.
Okay. And then you have a conversation with Adrian?
Correct. He walks over to me. He walks in the middle. Larry is still there. He's getting into his car. They kind of just like nod heads. He gets in his car, he reverses, and he pulls to the front of the driveway. Adrian's talking to me. I asked him, are you okay, babe? He said, yeah. Are you okay? And I said, yeah. Go back to your car and just pull up, and I'm going to park right here, which was like guest parking on the side of the house.
And did he go back to his car?
He did, yes.
Now, in that interaction that you had with him, did you observe him to be armed with any firearm?
No.
Did you observe him to be armed with any other weapons, like a knife or anything like
No.
that? And so does Adrian actually go back to his vehicle?
Correct. He walks back to his car. I park my car where I say I'm going to park it. He pulls up to the spot where we were originally at, where Larry and myself was located.
So he pulled the car up to that spot.
Correct.
Now, that spot, where was that in location to the defendant's residence?
So we were in front of someone's house and across the street, and then it's a townhome. So there's one house and then their house.
Okay.
So stop sign, their house, and then his house.
And so at some point, did the defendant come back outside of his residence?
Correct.
Are you able to estimate about how long that was? Obviously, I know you didn't have a stopwatch on you.
I know it wasn't less than 30 seconds. I mean, it had to have been like a minute and a half, maybe. It was somewhere.
At some point, did the defendant come back outside of his house?
He did.
when did you first notice that he had come back outside of his house?
So I parked my car. I walked over to Adrian. He opened his car door. He stuck his left leg out. I thought he was getting out the car, his hand on the steering wheel. And I said, babe, don't get out the car. I'm going to go see what's going on with Tatiana. And I turned around. I probably took about 5 steps. And then I seen Lawrence coming from in between the cars. Like there was another car and then a Mercedes, which is his car. And he had his arm under his shirt. And he came to the edge of it. I stopped. I asked him not to draw his weapon. What was he doing? His dad was asking, what was he doing, son?
Hearsay. Sustained.
Without getting into what anybody else was saying, what did you observe?
He came down to the end with a gun under his shirt. He took the gun out of his shirt. I asked him not to raise his weapon. I started to yell his name, Lawrence. And then from there, he asked us he asked, why are you here? He asked a couple times, maybe like 2 to 3 times. And I tried to explain to him, Tatiana asked me to be here.
Okay. And so at some point after he's walked out, he's now taken his firearm out.
Yeah.
And where was he when he had the firearm out? How far was he from Adrian's vehicle?
Not far. He was at the end of their street. I mean, at the end of the grass, the neighbors. So I don't know how to explain it unless I show you.
Walked down. Let me. Your Honor, this is in evidence. Are you able to see my laser pointer on the screen? Yeah. So I'm going to have you take the laser pointer if you could, okay. And you hit this button. Okay. And then just point at the screen where Adrian's vehicle is located. Okay. Now, with the laser pointer, if you could just sort of circle an area where the defendant was when he fired the shot. So he had walked a few places down from his residence. Is that fair to say?
Objection as to leading, Your Honor. Sustained. Move to strike. Well, no answer has been given. You can rephrase.
So if you could just with that laser pointer, can you circle where the defendant's residence was? And then if you could just sort of walk down with the laser pointer showing the jury where the defendant had walked to at the time he fired the shot. And is he on the grass area?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, you had some interaction, you said, with the defendant as he came back out?
Correct.
And were you able to observe his demeanor?
Yes.
What was his demeanor like? Was he even keeled? Was he upset?
It seemed like he was intoxicated.
Overruled.
He appeared to be intoxicated to you?
Correct. Yes.
Now, after the defendant shot Mr. Payne, what happened from there?
I turned around to run towards Adrian or, get to him. His dad grabbed me and spun me around and told me that I needed to run.
Your Honor, it's not offered for the truth of the matter asserted. It's direct.
We're not going to have the arguments in front of the jury either, so let's come on up.
Yes.
Okay, so after the shooting, you were saying what happened next. You can continue.
I spun around, turned around to get to Adrian. Lawrence's father grabbed me, spun me around, and told me I needed to run, to grab Havian and run.
Did you do that?
I did. I ran over I walked over, I tried to run, my legs felt like bricks. I went to him, I opened the car door, he jumped into my arms. He was already crying. I put him down because I couldn't carry him, and I told him to run. So we started to run. Larry ran over to Adrian.
Okay. Now let me stop you there. So you run after this, and you run a few houses down. Is that fair?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to see some surveillance footage that shows you after sort of running down, also that captures the audio of the shooting?
Yes.
Let the record reflect I'm showing opposing counsel with the mark for identification as state G. Permission to approach? Let the record reflect I'm showing counsel with the mark for identification as state G. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
My initials.
Is it a fair and accurate depiction of
Yes.
at this time, the state offers an evidence of the previously marked for identification.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, what's been marked as State's Exhibit G for identification without objection will be received into evidence as State's 10.
And Your Honor, if I could just have a moment to set up the player. Now publishing States 10.
right now. Please help me, help me. Shut my son down, help me. Please, please. I don't know the address. I don't know. He's shot him. He's gonna die. Please help me. Please. I don't know. I'm in Econ Landing. Econ Landing.
All right, so I want to go back through that and ask you a few questions about some of the voices and things that we're hearing on the video.
Okay.
That voice that we hear there, is that your voice?
Correct. Yes.
And what are you saying there?
Do not pull your gun out.
Now I want to stop there. You said something after "do not pull your gun out." What was it that you said?
Lawrence? I didn't. Me?
I hear some yelling there. Who is yelling?
Larry,
Larry would be
his father.
father. So, are these two individuals? And I'll look at the screen behind. Who is this? And then who is this person?
Get in the house. Come in. Come in. Go in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house. Come in. Come in.
You hear a person saying, "Get in the house." Whose voice is that?
Lawrence.
The defendant?
Correct.
Come here. Oh my God, please. Right now. Please help me, help me. Shut my.
I'm going to pause here. If you could look at the screen behind you. You see my laser pointer? Who is this person?
Lawrence.
That's the defendant.
Correct.
Son down, help me. Please, please. I don't know the address. I don't know. He's shot him. He's gonna die.
That is state 10. State was now published. It's already been entered into evidence. It's state 9. So the voice that we hear sort of at the beginning of that, and I'm going to turn it back up, but as much as I can. Is that your voice again?
Correct. Yes.
And is that sort of a different camera that caught sort of the same audio or similar audio to the other surveillance that we just reviewed?
Yes.
obviously on the video, let me- on the video that we just watched, we saw you sort of run by to that neighbor's residence.
Yes.
After that video ends, what do you do?
I run down a little further and I'm banging on doors.
At any point, did you go back to, how long after that would you estimate that law enforcement arrived?
Oh, I don't know. It felt like forever.
At any point, did you go back to the area where Adrian was located, where his vehicle was located?
Yes, I heard Larry.
I don't want you to get into anything that anybody else said. I just want you to tell me what you did.
I ran back.
Okay, so you went back to that vehicle?
I did.
Okay. And then what did you do when you got back to the vehicle?
I went to the driver's side. I put my keys on top of the car and I looked to see if he was alive.
Okay. Did he appear to you to be alive?
No. So
What did you do from there?
I ran around to the passenger side. I tried to readjust his head because he was leaning over into the middle with his head up, and I needed to fix him so I could try to do compressions because I couldn't get him out the car.
Okay, and then so you go around the passenger, you open the passenger side door,
I do.
and then what happens from there after you try to reposition his head?
I start the compressions. I'm telling Larry
Trying to do, sorry to stop you. You're trying to do the compressions in the vehicle?
in the vehicle. We can't get him out.
Okay. Then what happens?
I tell Larry, you have to help me. He's not breathing no more. And he starts screaming. He leans down and he starts doing them with me. So we're both pushing on his chest.
And then, so you're there with Larry. Are y'all there with the vehicle and with Adrian trying to render aid to him?
Yes.
Until law enforcement arrive?
Yes.
At any point, did you observe a firearm in the vehicle?
No.
Overruled. Calls for a yes or no answer.
No.
Now, let me show you this is again in evidence and deposit 5. You recognize that?
Yes.
What is this a photo of?
My kitchen knife.
And is this from Adrian's vehicle, the passenger side?
Yes.
Why, if you know, was this knife there?
Objection is speculation, Your Honor, and lack of foundation.
Overruled. The question was why, if you know.
You can answer.
I put it there.
And,
I'm sorry, what was the answer?
I put it there.
and why was the knife there?
We had went to dinner before he'd left overseas.
Okay, so you had put the knife there previously?
Correct. Yes.
And you, from dinner?
Yes. Correct.
And had you left the knife in the vehicle?
Objection is leading, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Had you left the knife in the vehicle?
Yes, I did.
About how long before this incident was it?
Maybe 4 months. He went overseas. I was driving his car. He was only home for, okay.
So about 4 months?
Yes.
And then he had been obviously not around his vehicle.
Objection is counsel testifying, Your Honor.
Sustained.
You had stated that shortly after this, he was away, is that right?
Correct.
And then how long before this incident had he been back?
19 days.
All right. So that knife that we just saw the picture of, at any point during this incident, did you see Adrian with that knife on his person?
No.
Did you ever see him threaten anybody with that
No.
knife? Now, you previously said that you didn't observe a firearm on Adrian or in the vehicle. Is that right?
Correct.
Did you, and I know this is going to seem like I'm not trying to, embarrass you or anything, but did you take a firearm and hide it at some point during this incident?
Overruled. It's a yes or no answer.
No.
And you remained, did you remain in the area of the vehicle until law enforcement arrived on scene?
Yes.
And at some point in the early morning of May 9th, did you ultimately speak with law enforcement?
Yes.
And did you remain on scene to do that?
Yes.
All right, I don't have any further questions at this time.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor, briefly, if I may.
Go ahead.
Good morning. How you doing, Ms. Walker?
Good morning.
Today? I'm just trying to follow up with some things that you're just saying on direct. I'm not trying to trip you up. I know this is a very sensitive situation for you. Isn't it true that when the initial verbal altercation occurred between Mr. Dority and your boyfriend, Adrian Payne, you were not present at the scene physically?
I pulled up. I was driving up.
Isn't it true Mr. Payne was on the scene before you were, correct?
Correct.
And by the time you were pulling up, you had began to hear communication that you believe was the voice of Mr. Dority, correct?
Correct. I believe him
Okay.
and Adrian had a conversation.
Isn't it true you had actually told Adrian Payne not to come to that house, correct?
Correct.
And the type of vehicle you were driving was an Audi Q5, right?
Correct.
After you told Adrian not to come, he told you, no, I'm on my way. I'm already there. I'm on the I-4, getting off the I-4. I'm on my way. I'm almost there, right?
He said he was coming off of the 408
408, I'm sorry.
and that he would meet me there.
Okay. But he didn't, in fact, meet you there. He was already there when you arrived, correct?
Correct.
At some point, when you pulled up, you previously testified that you saw Mr. Dority's father present at the scene as well, right?
Correct.
And when you saw Larry Dority, he told you, watch out, Terra, I'm about to get my gun, correct?
Correct.
This is Mr. Dority's father telling you he's about to get his gun, correct?
Correct.
Not Lawrence, right? And that was based off what he had observed prior to you arriving, correct?
Correct.
You've known Larry Dority for a while, right?
Yes.
Lawrence's dad, right?
Yes.
You're aware he's former military, right?
Yes.
So at some point during this verbal altercation,